How you doing? It's Mr. DJ. It's good to be back again. Took a week off. Had that big election last week, national election, which I forwarded to watch. Spent the whole night watching returns. Then I came down with a stomach virus, so that kind of put me out of commission for a few nights. So here I am, Mr. DJ's back, counting down my fantasy playlist. This right here, the date of October 26, 1996. Exactly, almost exactly 20 years ago. We got the Black Crows as yet, Republica coming up, Jewel and Drew Hill. Got Donna Lewis, I Love You Always Forever, beautiful record coming up later in the countdown, all sorts of things on this fantasy playlist. Had about 5 ads on this fantasy playlist. Look at all these top 40 extras on the side right here, these top 40 extras, and about 5 ads, including Journey, When You Love a Woman. Forgotten about that one. Of course, Journey had a comeback in 96. Firestarter by Prodigy on here. Dr. Dre, I've been there, done that. Remember that? And Never Leave Me Alone by Nate Dogg and Snoop Dogg getting down on that gangster rap on this fantasy playlist. But let's go to the countdown itself to the top 40 of my fantasy playlist. Got about four debut records on this fantasy playlist. Let's go ahead and get started right now. Debuting at number 40 on his fantasy playlist of October 26, 1996. It's from a phenomenal album called Tragic Kingdom. Tragic Kingdom, which took about a year or two to make. It was recorded at 11 recording studios, different recording studios in Los Angeles, and about seven singles came off this album at a 3-year period between 1995 through 1998. The album released in 1998. Just a Girl was the first single, and then there were Spiderwebs and Don't Speak by No Doubt, making its debut at number 40 on this fantasy playlist uh, back in 1996. This album, I just found this out. You're not going to believe it. This album, this single, was produced by Matthew Wilder. Remember Matthew Wilder? Let me go back a little bit. Back in the 70s, Matthew Wilder, he was in a folk band. It was called Wilder and Peter. They even put out an album in the early 70s called I believe it's called Under the, I can't read my chicken scratch. I just scribbled it down. Well, they put out an album back in the early 70s. And then Matthew Wilder, he left the group. He left Greenwich Village. He moved to Los Angeles and he sang backup for Ricky Lee Jones and Ben Miller. Put out a couple of albums. His first album was really big. Matthew Wilder had that huge hit, Break My Stride, in the fall of '83, followed by The Kids American in 1984, which went to number 33 on Billboard's Hot 100. But then his second album didn't do as well, and he went into songwriting and producing, and he produced this album, Tragic Kingdom. Produced this record, Don't Speak, by No Doubt, debuting at number 40 on my fantasy playlist, October 26, 1996.